Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Every Sunday, I give myself a full reset. It's a ritual that has completely transformed how I start my week. This isn't just about cleaning my space, although that's part of it. It's a holistic process of clearing my mind, setting clear intentions, and truly recharging my batteries before the hustle and bustle of Monday hits. This isn't about chasing perfection or having some flawless, Instagram-worthy life. It's about intention. It's about consciously building a rhythm that helps you step into the week feeling focused, grounded, and calm. Think of it as a gift you give your future self. So, grab your favorite warm drink, get comfortable, and let's walk through my Sunday reset routine together. The very first thing I do is reset my environment. Because I firmly believe that your external world is a direct reflection of your internal state of mind. A cluttered space often leads to a cluttered mind, and we definitely don't want to start the week with that kind of energy. So, I always start my Sunday by resetting my physical space. This looks different every week, but the core tasks are usually the same. I'll start by making my bed, which is such a small act, but it immediately makes the room feel more put together. Then, I'll clear off my desk, putting away papers, pens, and anything that doesn't belong. It's amazing how much more inviting my workspace feels when it's clean. I'll also tackle any lingering chores from the week, like folding that last bit of laundry or wiping down the kitchen counters. Stripping the bed and putting on fresh sheets is another non-negotiable for me. There's just nothing like slipping into a clean bed on a Sunday night, ready for a good night's rest. Finally, to set the mood, I'll light a candle or put on my essential oil diffuser. The scent signals to my brain that it's time to wind down and relax. Remember, this isn't just about being neat for the sake of it. Each action is a signal to your brain, telling it, this week is a fresh start. We're letting go of the old and making space for the new. If your space feels chaotic, your thoughts will likely feel chaotic too. So, give yourself the gift of a clean slate. Once my physical space is in order, it's time to tackle the digital world. This step is what I call the digital declutter. In today's world, our digital spaces can become just as cluttered as our physical ones, if not more so. All that digital noise can be a huge source of distraction and anxiety. So, I take a few minutes to tidy up my online life. First, I head to my email inbox. I don't aim for inbox zero, but I do try to delete junk, archive what I've dealt with, and flag the few emails that need a response on Monday. A great tip here is to take a moment to unsubscribe from 5 email newsletters you never read. It only takes a minute, but it will save you so much time and mental energy in the long run. Next, I clean up my phone. I'll delete all those random screenshots that have accumulated over the week, you know the ones I'm talking about. I'll organize my apps into folders if they've gotten out of place, and I'll clear any unnecessary browser tabs. I do the same on my laptop, making sure my desktop is clean and my files are organized. A few minutes of tidying up your digital world can save you hours of distraction and frustration later. Another game changer is turning off unnecessary notifications. Your focus and your future self will thank you for it, I promise. This digital declutter ensures that when I open my devices on Monday morning, I'm greeted with a calm, organized space that supports my focus instead of stealing it. Now we get to my favorite part of the entire reset, the weekly reflection and planning session. This is where the real magic happens. It's where I transition from tidying up the past week to intentionally designing the week ahead. I grab my journal. I personally use a Notion template. But a physical planner or a simple notebook works just as well, and I ask myself 3 key questions. First, what went well last week? This is so important for building confidence and recognizing your progress. Second, what didn't go so well? And more importantly, why? This isn't about self-criticism. It's about learning and identifying areas for improvement. And third, what is my single most important focus for this upcoming week? Nailing this down helps me prioritize effectively. After I've written down my reflections, I switch to planning mode. I open my calendar, whether it's on my laptop or in my planner, and I start blocking out my week. The key here is to schedule your priorities first. I put in my big rocks, the most important tasks that align with my weekly focus. Then, I schedule everything else around them. And this is crucial. I also schedule downtime. I block out time for workouts, for reading, for hobbies, even for just doing nothing. Remember, if it's not scheduled, it's not real. Time blocking your priorities before Monday morning even begins is a superpower. It allows you to start the week with a clear roadmap, knowing exactly what you need to do, which eliminates decision fatigue and lets you dive right in. With my space and my schedule in order, it's time to reset my energy. This step is all about self-care. I know that term gets thrown around a lot, but for me, it simply means doing something that refills my cup and nourishes my mind, body, and soul. Sundays are for self-care. This isn't lazy time. It's recovery time. Just like an athlete needs rest to perform at their best, we need intentional rest to be productive and creative. This might look like taking a long, leisurely walk in nature without my phone. Or maybe doing some gentle stretching to release any tension from the week. Sometimes, it's as simple as making a special cup of tea and sitting down to read a chapter of a book that has nothing to do with work. Other times, I'll put on a podcast, do a face mask, or just spend some extra time on my skincare routine. The key is to do something that feels genuinely restorative to you. It's about listening to your body and giving it what it needs. So often, we push ourselves to keep going. But resting intentionally is one of the most productive things you can do. It prevents burnout and ensures you have the energy to show up as your best self in the week ahead. Remember, rest is productive. Finally, to complete my Sunday reset, I move into a mental reset and visualization practice. My space is clean, my week is planned, and my body feels rested. Now, it's time to align my mindset. I find a quiet place to sit for a few minutes, close my eyes, and just breathe. This helps to quiet all the mental chatter. Then, I visualize my ideal week. I think about how I want to feel on Monday morning, on Wednesday afternoon, on Friday evening. Do I want to feel calm, focused, energized, present? I picture myself moving through each day with that feeling, handling challenges with grace, and celebrating small wins along the way. I visualize myself showing up as the kind of person I want to be: confident, patient, and proactive. I might even write down a few affirmations for the week, like, I am focused and capable, or I welcome challenges as opportunities for growth. This isn't just wishful thinking or daydreaming, it's mental conditioning. You're priming your brain for success. By seeing yourself succeed in your mind's eye, you're building the neural pathways to make it a reality. You're setting your emotional and mental thermostat for the week. This final step ensures that I'm not just physically prepared for the week, but mentally and emotionally prepared too. It's about visualizing the week you want to live. And just like that, the reset is complete. When you take the time to reset every Sunday, you stop reacting to life and start leading it. You move from being a passenger to being the driver of your own week. You're setting yourself up not just to get through the week, but to thrive in it. So I encourage you, light that candle, put your phone on Do Not Disturb, and give yourself the reset you deserve. It doesn't have to be long or complicated. Just a few intentional actions can make all the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this gives you some inspiration for your own Sunday routine. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on mindset and productivity, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to hear about your favorite reset rituals in the comments below. Here's to a new week filled with new energy. See you in the next one.